Alright, so we can still escape by hopping over these. And do you see how far that drop is? I'm pretty sure opponent's legs are like broken. Like that shit's broken. Alright, let's go up into... So okay, now that we have Epona, two things happen. The first is we have a faster way to get around Hyrule Field, which is great. Granted, we don't have the... Granted, I mean that becomes irrelevant like near the end of the game when we have all of the warping songs and can just warp freely wherever we need to go. But so we have a faster way of getting around. How many skull tokens do I have? Not enough. So we have a fast way of getting around, and we can also get... We also have access to the Bigoron Sword quest line, which is what we're going to do because I want the best sword in the game. Now, of course, in order to get the sword, there's a huge training sequence. A huge training sequence. Huge. Okay. It is kind of lengthy though, so this is probably gonna take a couple of episodes. Sorry, not sorry. To be fair, having the sword does make things easier. Like it really does make a lot of things easier. Like bosses go down faster. Trash goes down faster. Just... It is a quality of life improvement. Also, I thought that was a box that had a Skulltula. Instead, it's a box with a piece of heart. That seems better. Alright, before we do anything... Let's get the hook shot, and then the Song of Storms. Ow. Well, okay. We are already super behind. And if I'm not getting caught on fire, I'm getting caught on ledges. Great. Alright, so that's open. Navi, I'm a little busy right now. I'm a little busy. Ow. So interesting thing is that this thing basically comes back in Majora's Mask. Except it is just so much harder. Like, I can't really like take shortcuts because there's like firewalls, but it's basically the same race. And the really just the reason for that is the same as why a lot of the assets were reused. And it's just, we think this would be a cool thing. Well, we gotta reuse some stuff, because Nintendo gave us a year to make an entirely new game, and, yeah, that's fair. Granted, in that year, they did give us, like, what a lot of people are, like, hey, this is like one of the best Zelda games. This is like the super memorable one. I enjoyed this more than Ocarina. Alright. I want to skip this. I know how to use the hook shot. What they don't tell you is that the hook shot can very likely just rip Link's arm out of the socket. Okay. So we can also... Oh, there's also a piece of heart that we can get. I say can get like it's really an option. Come on. Fuck. Well. So the only way to get back up there is by going through the race again. And I don't really want to do that right now. Especially because we can rematch Dampé. And if we beat him, we get a piece of heart. But we need the long shot for that. So if we're going to come back, we might as well come back when we have the long shot. It's kind of shitty too, because that would have been... That would have been a new heart container. Actually... No, of course it looks like wood, but it's really made of metal. God damn it. Alright. Well. We did what we could. So, okay. First steps are... We gotta hatch this egg. Which we'll just do with the sun song. Because that's the easiest thing in the fucking world. Let's go and show this to the crazy chicken lady. Okay. I'm skipping a step. We have to wake up Talon again. Then we show the chicken to the crazy chicken lady. Talon, I feel like you've been sleeping for like 7 years. Like, you escaped... Well, actually, no. You were thrown out of... You were thrown out of your own house. That's what happened. You were thrown out of your own house. Okay. So now we have a special Cucco. Kojiro. Who is blue. I don't know how we got a blue chicken. But we have a blue chicken now. We have to use this on her brother, which is the weird spiky dude that as a child was always chilling outside. And in order for that, We just have to go back into the Lost Woods, which, interestingly, is kind of where we were going anyways.